Hello,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm good, good. Ay, Are you gonna lose any tenants because Trump is gonna evict them?
I hope he does. I can give him a list that he should,
You should have a bounty, like a bounty hunter.
yeah,
Funny.
but I don't think in California he'll be able to do too much.
I think he'll get the easy pickings, like the real bad guys, and the rest he'll just forget about.
Yeah. Well,
It's not cost effective.
the ones that are already in jail with long sentences.
Right, right. I know that I forget where they went. The one state they went to the jails, they took them from the jails. That was easy.
Yeah. But you see, Colombia wouldn't let the plane land, nor would Mexico.
Oh, but he switched it. But the Columbia changed his mind.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, an hour later, he says, you know what? Because Trump said I'm going to add a 25% tariff on all your goods. So he changed it. He said, I'll send my own plane. I'll come pick them up. Because I didn't realize it, but besides coffee beans, many flowers come from Colombia, fresh flowers. I didn't
A
know that.
lot,
A
a lot.
lot.
And drugs.
With drugs, yeah,
Um,
pharmaceuticals.
there's
But
a guy
flowers,
from
I think
there's
flowers
a,
was such a big
there's a
business.
Jewish guy from Uruguay. He's in that business, the flower business,
Really? That's a,
but really big
yeah.
time.
Wow, that's a good business
Yeah.
because it doesn't last
No,
forever.
but
You
I
have to
think
keep
the
on
best
buying.
business now is eggs.
Oh, eggs, yeah,
Did you see the prices?
it's nuts. It's stupid. They blame it on this bird flu. I don't know what the hell's going on.
$12, $13.
Oh, that I didn't see. I saw 7.99. I didn't see
No,
12 yet.
I went with Anna to the Ralph's. So while
Yeah,
she was buying something, I went to look. The cheapest was $7.99, but they had for $13.79 or something like that.
wow.
So we don't need eggs, and that's it until
I'm not
the
such a big egg eater anyway. Magda likes eggs. She'll suffer.
theoretically they killed a lot of birds, a lot of
But
chicken.
yeah, the bird flu. Yeah,
But you know who must be making a mountain of money?
who's that?
Sam Smith.
Yeah, yeah. Just keep on raising the prices.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna take a phone call here. 1 second.
All right. Hello.
Hi, Mario. Okay, we started the new parak.
We should be on 40B.
We're in 40b, that's correct. We're actually 48 on the bottom.
Yeah.
Mili, where do we come up with you need 7? We said that there are 7 questions, 7 chakiros. By the Avera of Iranidachas, when a whole city worships Avodah Zarah. It says, V'dorashta v'chakarta v'sha'alta hetev v'hinei emet nachon hadavar ne'asta tova zot b'kirbecha. V'oimer. In another Avera, by somebody who worships Avodah Zarah, it says, V'ugad lecha v'shamata, v'darashta heitev, v'hinei emet nachon hadavar nestato v'azap Yisrael. Then v'omer, third case, by Eidim Zomimim. It says, V'darshu hashoftim heitev, v'hinei heit sheker ha'ed, sheker ha'nabachiv. So 7 times it says, Darashta v'chakarta heitev, v'darashta heitev, v'darshu heitev. These are the 7 remezes to the 7 chakiros that the Bezdin has to do. Ve'em achad achad kediksiva. Maybe no. Maybe by Irani Dachas, you need Vidarashta v'chakarta heitev, you only need 3. By the other 2, you only need 2. So the Gemara rejects that. The imkein lichtiv v'rachmana b'chada. The Torah should have written Sheva Chakiros in one place, and we would learn to the other halachas the 7 Chakiros. Kiven de kulabadi adarik sivi. They're all written basically in the same parsha there, in either Shoftim or Kiseitse. Mahadi Alfina, we learn it all from there, and they're all learned from together. Since they're all learning from each other, it's as if it was written in one place. They're not the same. And we have Simonim, Palit, Sayef, Asra. Because Irani Dachas Lahanach Tati Lodamya, when a whole city worships Avodah Zarah, they're not similar to the din of Eidim Zomimim and Avodah Zarah, because Shekain, Mamon, and Polat. Not only in an Irani Dachas do we kill the people, but we take their money. And by the other 2, you don't take their money. Avodah Zarah Lanach Tati Lodam Shekain. By the other Averas, by Eidim Zomimim, and by Irani Dachas, you kill them b'sayif, which is the sword. You cut their head off. And by Avodah Zarah, you get skila. Because the Parsha of Eidim Zomimim talks about them doing their Eidim Zomimim on a murderer. And Eidim Zomim Lahanach Tarti Lodamya, because the other 2, you cannot make an Irani Dachas, or give somebody Avodah Zarah unless you give them Asra, Tzrichim Asra. But by Eidim Zomim, you don't give them Asra. So that's okay, says the Gemara. There's a Gzer Shava. It says V'darashta v'chakarta heitev, and it says by other places heitev. So therefore, we learn it all from each other. For the Gemara of Gzer Shava has to be mufneh. We've learned this before. The words that you use to make the Gzer Shava have to be free and clear in order to use a Gzer Shava that you don't want to ask a question on. And they have to be extra, superfluous. Because a Gzer Shava dilo mifnek lemifrach. A Gzer Shava constructed of words that are not free and clear and superfluous, you can knock the Gzer Shava out of the box using logic. So layafnui mufni. So these, by here, it's clearly superfluous. Now why? It could have just said v'darshu v'chakru. You have to do drisha, you have to do chakiru, shnei kroi b'dibura be'heitev. But instead, the Torah added heitev to tell me lafnui, to say that it's used free and clear, to be used for Gzer Shabbat. But, says the Gemara, Vakati Mufta Mitzad Echadu. Yes, there are two sides of the Gzer Shabbat. Maybe on one side, it's miyuter, it's superfluous, but on the other side, it's not. So what? So Bishmanech Tarti, in the two cases where it uses the word Drisha and Chakira, so the word Hetev is the Mufnehu. Mishum Da'avale Lemichtiv, you could have just written Darsha V'chakru, and the word Hetev was not necessarily to be written. There, everything's written. Says the Gemara, Nami Afnuim Nifne. There also it's free and clear. Darosh tidrosh, or chakor tachkor. V'shani kra b'dibura. But the Torah said no, v'darashta v'chakarta. And added hetev, shma mino alafnui. Comes to tell me that it's free and clear on both sides. Fine. So far we've learned that there's an obligation to do drisha v'chakira by those averas where the punishment is skila, and by the averas where the punishment is having your head cut off with a sword, scythe. Va'asu nechnokin, the third capital crime is to be choked, where you stand up next to a post, and they put a garrote, like you're garroted. They put a rope, and they put a stick behind and they turn the stick until the person chokes. So the nechnakim are learned out b'kava chomer miniskolim u'minerogim. Those punishments, skila and hereg, are considered worse punishments than chenek. So if you need it for them, you certainly need it for this. The also nisrafim b'kavachoyrim and niskolim. The din of streifa, where you swallow molten lead, is learned as a kavachoymer from skila. But that's only hanichad rabbanon to amri skila chamura. There is a debate among the chachamim which is worse, skila or streifa. So according to the chachamim, that skila is worse. You can learn out of a kavachoymer. El Rav Shimon Shomer Sreifa Chamur Michael Meimar. Rav Shimon holds Sreifa is worse than skila. Then what do you have? You don't have a kavachomer. Elam Rav Yehuda. It says v'dorashta v'chakarta v'shalta heitev v'hinei emet nachon hadavar. That's written by Yerani Dachav. And then by Avodah Zarah it also says v'dorashta heitev v'hinei emet nachon hadavar. So if you add emet nachon, chad sorry, you don't have 7, you have 11. Sheva l'sheva chakiros. So you out of that 11, 7 teach me the sheva chakiros. Dal plus l'gzer sheva. You need all 3 words to be free and clear to learn gzer sheva. Pashulu chada. There's 1 left. L'Rav Shimon is lasuya nisrafin. That extra word comes to add those people who get sreifa that they also need the 7 chakiros. And what about the chachamim? Milsa also b'kavachomer talk for kosav lakra. Even though you have a kavachomer, sometimes the Torah will write the pasuk anyway. Okay. Megadif bo Ravavo. So Ravavo asked a strong kasha. Who told you that extra chakira word is used to add halach regarding streifa? Maybe instead of having 7 chakiras, you have 8 chakiras. For anything more, shmona chakiras miyika. What's the 8th question? Why not? lekama b'shah. Not just 3 o'clock, but what about 3:30? B'taynam ha'achi. In fact, there's a brisa, boikinos o b'shmona chakiros, to find out where in the hour did it happen. Did it happen a quarter after the hour, 30 minutes after the hour? Hanich labai alib Rav Meir, ein adam tov v'lo klum. Rav Meir holds that people will not make a mistake. They'll know exactly the time. Therefore, lahachlish nanami, adam toy mashu shapir. And even according to the opinion that a person will make a little mistake, and then, but that's a little mistake. But according to both of those opinions, it would be okay to ask when in the hour. Was it 2:15? Was it 2:30? Ella baya libid Rabbi Yehuda. Shomer adam toy chatzi shah, where a person will make a mistake 30 minutes, or according to Rabbi Toh in Shituva make more mistakes, then there's no business asking them at what time within the hour. Michael Meimar. Still, says the Gemara, there is an 8th question. Lasubikama biyovel. Are you in the 2nd yovel, the 3rd yovel, the 4th yovel? Which 50-year cycle are you in? So the Gemara says, first the Gemara thinks that what it means is what Shemitah you were. Well, that's Hainu Be'eza Shavua. Are you in the 3rd or 4th Shemitah? El Lasuya Be'eza Yovel. In a Chanami, you would ask which Yovel cycle you're in. But V'idech, Kiva Domer Be'eza Shavua Loboy Be'eza Yovel. You asking about 50, which 50-year cycle you're in, that's, people don't give testimony on something that happened more than 50 years ago. Rav Yosi Oimer, Tanya, Armelem Rav Yosef Chachamim, Lidivrechem, according to you, Misha Bavomer Emesh Hargo, a person killed right yesterday. V'chi Oimer Lo Be'ezer Shavua, do you ask him what Shemitah cycle, Be'ezer Shana, Be'ezer Chodesh, Be'kamem Chodesh? You just say it was yesterday. It was yesterday at 1 o'clock. What about if the guy said he killed now? We don't really need it, but we ask him. Because of Rav Shimon Elazar. By making the Eidim respond to these questions, we want to confuse them. And we get them to admit that they're lying. We force these questions on them to put them in that same situation. What does Rabbi Yossi say to that? Rabbi Yossi, Emesh Hargo, he killed yesterday, Shchiach, B'Ravedius. That's common. Achshav Hargo, lo Shchiach B'Ravedius. But for somebody to give testimony right now that somebody killed right now, that's not something that's Shchiach, so there's no reason to worry about that. Then the Mishnah says, Makiri Matemoso. Do you recognize who these are? Torah bara Makiri Matemoso. Do you recognize him? The accused. Nachri Harag, did he kill a non-Jew? Or Yisrael Harag, did he kill a Jew? Hisri Simbo, did you warn him? Warning him would be, do you know that if you kill this person, you're going to get killed with capital punishment? And then he has to respond, he has to say, yes, I know, and even so I'm going to do it. He has to say, I understand. But it also has to be hitiratzmo lemisa. He has to clearly delineate to the people giving Masra that he understands that it's death penalty. And even so, I'm going to do it. And then Hamis betoch kedei dibur. The murder has to take place within a parameter called toch kedei dibur of the hasra. Otherwise, the asra is not connected to the crime, and he will not be killed for it. What is the span of time? Shalom Alecha Rebbe. The period of time that you say Shalom Alecha Rebbe, that's K'toch Kedei Dibur. Now, by a crime of Ovid Avodah Zorah, Mi Ovad, which Avodah Zorah did you worship? Lipoor, where you have to go to the bathroom in front of it, Ovad. Lemarkulis Ovad. Markulis is where you put two stones, there were two stones, and you put a third stone on top. Ubame Ovad. How did you worship the Avodah Zarah? Bizibuach, did you shecht? Bikitr, did you burn incense? Benisuch, did you pour wine? Beishtachavod, did you bow down? Omer Ula. Minay lasraman Torah. Where do you know that you have to warn a criminal before the act in order to carry out the punishment? Shenemar. V'isha asher yikach es achoso. First, a man who lives with his sister, Bas Imo, the daughter of his mother, V'ra'a es ervasa, V'hi tire es ervaso, Chesed hu, V'nichrosu l'nei amam. Now, also what is looking at the nakedness? That's, you're only punished if you have relations. Ella, the liros is a sort of representative ad shiru taimashal dover. It has to be clear to everybody and to him that he's violating an avera. V'meno inin lokores. You don't need asra for kores. That happens b'dei shamayim. Shamayim knows whether you did it b'mezid or b'shogeg. So,
Stop now.
yes.